Hey everyone. For many people out there, the kinds of businesses that you want to be reaching out to cannot be found in normal databases that are scraping LinkedIn or they're scraping, public databases. You're going to have to make your own, and some of the best is to scrape Google Maps because most often the businesses that don't have LinkedIn presences are easy to find on Google Maps. And today we're going over an API on Rapid API that will allow you to scrape everything you could possibly find on Google Maps, and each category across the entire United States costs $19 per category. It's a huge steal. I want to make sure everyone knows how to do it. Take this video, ask your agent to transcribe it so that you can set it up for yourself. I'm going to give it all away. We're going to talk about using these Google Maps scrapers. And so what we use these for is I run a cold email agency where we generate 200 to 300 positive responses every single day on behalf of our customers. And most often, if we can't get the data on LinkedIn, we're getting the data from Google Maps. So we had to make a pretty sophisticated system so that we could do this at scale anytime we wanted. And we're going to go over exactly how we do this. So we're just using literally one API endpoint. That is the cheapest API endpoint I've ever found, and we will scrape all 42,734 zip codes in the United States. I will give all of that away for free in this video as well too. All we do is we have the US zip code file, and then we have a category list, and then we put this into Rapid API. And so I want you to be sold on the fact that if you need to scrape Google Maps, I want you to point this video at your agent and just tell your agent, hey, set this up for me, because this guy has already figured it out, and just listen to his instructions. If you want to follow along from here, amazing, but this is exactly how it goes. So the first thing that we need to do is you need to go to Rapid API and you need to make an account with this. I will put the link to this Rapid API in the video. If I forget to do this, it's called Maps Data. He's very upfront about this, by Alexander Vikarev, or however you might say. And so first you need to get an API with him. The pricing is insane. 3 million requests per month for $100 a month. Complete steal here. Then when I was talking about the other things, the zip code file, you can go to this GitHub repo, Cold Outbound Skills, which I will also put in the video description. And then I have common outbound lists. I have the US zip codes, and then I have 12 million US businesses in Google Maps as well. And so what you can do for yourself is, so now this is about 6 months old. I committed it 3 months ago, but I scraped it 3 months before that. So this list is a little old. You could still totally use this list. Like, it's still a pretty good list. If you want it completely up to date for yourself right now, you're going to tell your agent, hey, using this zip code file, load up all the zip codes in the United States. Then using this file, let's find categories that I want to be searching for. And so you can see here, hang on, we might be searching for a category, and I guess this was looking for restaurants or something. And so we were searching for restaurants in zip code 1001, which is New York City, right? And this is the kind of information that's going to return: the business, the address, the rating, the phone number. It also is going to return their website, which is the most important thing as well too. And then you're just going to use this Rapid API call, which now just have Claude use the Rapid API call, use Codex, who cares? Just literally tell it, hey, use these zip codes. This is the category that I'm searching for. And then we limit it to the first 20 searches in each zip code. If you think you need to go deeper than that, go for it. I find that we don't really have anything less than 20. We don't really need to go for. But anyway, then literally the inputs that it's going to use is the zip codes and the category list. We're going to combine that with this Rapid API endpoint. And then literally, here, where is it? It's going to do all of the searches for you. And then here's the cost categorization. No. Where'd it go? I hope you could see this. So here's the cost. For one vertical, for 20 categories, it's $100. And we can get the entire United States for all those categories because it's all got the math here, right? And so many of you need only, I'd call it 3 or 4 categories, right? Because HVAC companies, they might not all put themselves under the HVAC category. They might say they're a general contractor, or they work in, you're looking for air conditioning companies, but they work in heating, but they do both of it, whatever, all that kind of stuff. So for any kind of list that you might want to be making for just the $100 plan, or maybe even less than that, you would be able to get your own copy of Google Maps for exactly what you want, or the category precisely that you want, super fast. And literally You can literally just ask your agent. And I know people are leaving comments in my videos lately and they say, hey, your old videos, you would show us the step-by-step. Guys, I could show you the step-by-step, I guess, but literally all I'm going to say is, hey, Claude, connect with this zip code file and we're going to build a list of funeral homes. Look up funeral homes in this database and figure out what categorization they put themselves in under Google funeral homes, right? Because what we're looking for here is when you go on Google Maps, and let's do funeral homes and we'll just keep it. So funeral homes, you open up, we get this Google My Business profile. They didn't claim their business. Hang on. They didn't claim this business either. All right, this is sponsored, so they better be claimed. Memorial Park. Okay, see, this is something you would have never guessed, right? This is a funeral home. This is a memorial park. Funeral home. So see how here, this is their category. And so what I would suggest is if you want to get the entire United States, if you literally search Memorial Park 1001, you're going to get all of the funeral homes in New York City in this zip code. And then you go 1002. This is what you're having your AI agent do, right? But you didn't know that funeral homes, yeah, they're going to show up as funeral homes, but they're also going to show up as memorial parks. So you want to figure out that category so that you can find as many of them as possible. Because even if you put restaurant, right, there's going to be so many different kinds of restaurants in these categories. American restaurant, Mediterranean, restaurant, French restaurant, Chinese restaurant, right? So use this database to just get all the categories that could be possible for your ICP. And then always, always, always clean the data after. I'm going to have another video going over how we use this, but you want to then use a free open source library to get the text of the website. So the homepage text. So we use a company called HTML to text, or an open source repo called HTML to text. And then you can literally use an open source AI straight on your computer, like Gemma 4 billion or Gemma 4, the 12 billion parameter one. And then you could just have it read all these websites for absolutely free and just categorize them and make sure that they're actually a memorial, like an actual funeral home. So before, remember how I searched memorial home, but I'm going to show you a park got in there. Okay. Nope. Okay. You're just going to have to trust me. If you search Memorial Park 1001, right? So this is actually a memorial park. This is not a funeral home like those other people were showing up under. And so, I mean, this is a garden. And so you're gonna have to even make sure that this fits. So then you'll just be able to get this website here and just confirm that this company is actually the kind of company that you want. Scrape it with HTML to text, which I guess I'll just show you right here. If you go here, this is an open source library that converts any website's HTML to text. And then you can go to Olama and get Gemma 4 downloaded on your computer. And then this is completely free. Get this one, the 12 billion one, depending on what your computer can handle. I found this one to be small and really smart. Depending on what your computer can handle, then just rip this one and you can score all these companies for free. With HTML to text, you could search for the emails on their website as well too. It's just going to be great. Now, I am going to make a whole other video about, we put 6 different processes to find the business owner's name for a local business when they don't have a LinkedIn profile. I'm going to make a full video on that. I do want you to just know that scraping the website with HTML to text and Gemma 4 was the cheapest, highest reliability way to get the data. And then the second highest reliable way was to use Open Web Ninja. Which with the real-time web search, don't show my API key. Yes. Okay. So with the real-time web search, this is just a Google scraper. They're super, super cheap. Then use, Open Web Ninja with Gemma 4 to then find the owner of the business. Cause I mean, like I used to work at this gymnastics gym called ENA Paramus. And so you look it up, they don't really have a LinkedIn presence or anything like that. And then if I were to just say ENA Paramus owner, Craig Zappa, oh, I guess he's on LinkedIn, whatever. But boom, AI overview, Craig Zappa, ENA staff is right here. Boom, you got the full staff. So this is a really good way to, get all of this information. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this is helpful. And if you scrape Google Maps, maybe help commit and put some of that list into this repo here and make a pull request. I'd love you for that. Thanks for watching the video.